Peace, peace. Hatapu, hatapu. So glad you are here to join with us and get everything in. Pleasure to be with you on this beautiful day. Hatapu, peace to you. Hadunefer, good day. Anuk, Inpu Kamut. I am Seba, Inpu Kamut, coming to you live and direct from our practice space where we get into our Tai Chi Chuan Qigong, Aha, Sama sessions. And today we're uniquely, it's been a while since we've been on with you. So we want to make sure that we have an opportunity to get it in and work with everybody. We want y'all to be able to see us where we are, know what's happening, what's going on with us. We want to be able to share with you the beauty of what's going on. So right now, folks, we're going to give you a chance to come on in, join us. Take the opportunity to get your questions ready in case you have a couple. I'll be working to manage the chat while we're getting in here. We're going to be talking about the Summer Solstice Community Fast, all right? Y'all ready? Now, what I suggest you do is if you go to our primary page for the Kemetic Ahan Sama Association, you can go in there, you can get a link to our link tree, and it will afford you the opportunity to get on with us. So you'll have the opportunity to really see what's going on with us, what's going to be happening throughout the fast. So now it's real simple fast, real simple process. I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about that with you today so that we have the opportunity to really, in some very basic terms, again, this is something that the Kemetic Ahan Sama Association has been doing privately within just the association and its members at 4 times a year, marking the seasons. And this is a way to really work with your health, to learn how to move in concert with the cosmos, all the things that we talk about usually that you hear us talking about. We're going to share this experience with you in a way that you have an opportunity to join with us in what we call a multimodal fasting and health opportunity. And I say opportunity because we want to make sure that as you have some time to get down with us, it's not a brutal fast, it's not harsh. And what I mean by that is that once you download the guidance document, it will require you to read. But you will find that in terms of some of the things we do, our requirements aren't heavy, but the goal is to get you to not only deal with it in terms of food, but to look at it in multiple ways, in which we're talking about a way of life. We're talking about building and creating insurance for yourself, your family, and those around you as a way of life that ensures longevity, that ensures joy, that ensures your ability to have the finer things in life should you choose to have that be for you and yours. And so with that, there's some basic things that I want us to be able to talk about together. All right, so first of all, when we talk about fasting, we want to make sure that we're clear. And I would really hope that our newsletter for the month of June has already gone out. But if you get the opportunity to catch up with us during our June newsletter, our newsletter for July, what you'll get is an opportunity to stay connected with us. So you'll see that our programs go far beyond just Tai Chi Chuan, Qigong, Aha, Sama, and yoga. We also offer meditation sessions, meditation classes. We offer in-person classes. If you're local, we offer Zoom classes for folks that may be remote. The other thing that we offer is that we're going to begin to expand the offerings and expand our partnerships so that you'll begin to see folks that have worked with us in the past will begin working with us again in the future. We have some additional things as a result of these coming partnerships that we want to be able to prepare you for. And so the best way to do that is to get your body in shape. Okay, get your mind in shape. Mind, body, and spirit. And our goal is to create the opportunity where it'll be spirit over mind over body. And one of the ways that we work with the mind body is the way in which we work with the fasting and how we incorporate the fasting in addition to Tai Chi Chuan, Qigong, Sama Yoga, and meditation. So let's jump right in. The summer deals with Heru. And the Heru energy, I'm going to come a little bit with a little Kemetic story, Kemetic history, to kind of vibe us and ride us right into the concepts and principles. I hope that works for everybody. We'll get a little adumbration in here. So we'll do that. So we'll have a little structure so you can see where we are. And in the event that you got some questions that you want to bring the questions and then we'll roll through. Otherwise, post the questions and we'll come back and we'll try to work with you throughout. Okay? Hopefully that works for everybody. All right, let's get it in. Let's get it in. So in the Kemetic tradition, the summer solstice is representative of the forces of order, the forces of light, the supporters of Ma'at, those who had worked with Asar on through his earthly representative, his son, the Nesut B'ti, Heru. And it really will be Heru the Avenger, the first Avenger. And in that regard, Heru vanquished the followers of Suti or Set or Sutek, and through the use of understanding of not just his physical might, but also through the use of his spiritual acumen as taught to him by his mother, his aunt, and his other uncle. And so we don't have to get into too much depth around that, but in order to prepare for that, he had lost and he had to heal his body and he had to work with his physical body and get his physical body healed. And so in order to heal your physical body, these are some of the things that we do. We want to eat fruits and veggies that are in season. And so what you'll find is there's like a document on our link tree called the meal plan. And it's not technically a meal plan, but it gives you a week's worth of ways that you can ideally look at what is breakfast, what is lunch, and what is a dinner and or supper and snacks. It also gives you what some kind of snacks can be, those sorts of things. And we have a general philosophy, the way we like to work. We get up early. And, what I'll do later on is I'll share what a basic day for me on the fast looks like. There's one in the guidance document. So it would behoove you to check that out, read it. And it's set up for you to do your Tai Chi, Qigong, and yoga in the morning. So that's how that really plays out. Is it'll be the first thing that you get into in the morning. So we good so far? All right, so these are some documents you're going to look for. One is the calendar. And the calendar is useful because it gives you a quick snapshot of the energetic environment. And so what we recommend are some very basic things. Okay, now that we know that the purpose of this time of the summer solstice is to celebrate the vanquishing of the foes of the warriors of light, the supporters of Ma'at, truth, justice, and righteousness. They've been vanquished during this cycle. And so it is a time for us to step forward into the light, to take the place where we are, to shine in essence. And so with that, what that means for us is how are we going to get our body ready for that? This is also the time of the Jason period, which is a time when Suptet, or the great star shines in the east, also known as Sirius A, begins to give its energy to the children of the sun of this galaxy. And so what we want to do is to move in concert with Suptet and to prepare this body for receipt of these cosmic energies and these earthly energies. So in terms of the things that are impacting folks on Earth energetically, I would suggest you check out Word Life Astrology with Sonia Marie. She gives you a weekly rundown. We promote that because she gives a very good, very down-to-earth understanding of the energetic environment. And what we mean is that, again, astrology, the way most folks look at it, we refer to it as reksabu, and which means knowledge of the stars, not steady knowledge, because we understand their relationship to the Necheru and how they manifest and what that actually means in terms of the living Necher that exists within us, how we allow them to manifest and express. So we have her support. I'm sending y'all to her to check her out, because again, Inpu can't do everything. I'm him the chair, servant of spirit, priest. I don't do everything. That is not our goal. Our goal is to collaborate. Our goal is to share. Our goal is to build, thereby aiding you in understanding what community looks like, what it feels like, and how you can engage and move and expand and include the people necessary to being able to have us thrive and move from surviving into thriving in a way that is beneficial to us. So some of this is going to be related directly to fasting. Now, we do it 4 times a year. And the reason I'm on here on this Sunday afternoon is I know the basketball game is going to be coming on shortly. So for those of y'all that's going to do that, that's fine. Just want you to remember that when we start the fast, so the fast is going to go from, we technically started yesterday, but y'all could jump on today or tomorrow, whenever it's good, before next Saturday. All right. So you want to be on and moving with us and have all your documents, and then start getting your food together before the 11th of June. Okay. So you got time. No stress, no worries. We're out of the Mercury retrograde period. People that don't understand what that means. Communication should be clearer for folks. That's why I'm coming on today, a little light, a little easy, so we can get it in quickly, get your questions addressed if there are any, and then talk about the basics of the fast. You've talked about other things. Now we're going to jump in. No TV with commercials, no radio with commercials, no internet with commercials. And so you want to have uplifting, so things like documentaries, spiritual practices, things that raise and uplift your vibration, uplift your understanding, uplift your people. It's a great time to read and turn the machines off if you can. Okay. Or to watch informational documentaries or even fiction that will raise your vibration. Got it? Things that are uplifting, that teach you about the environment, teach you about our connection to one another, to the changes that are happening on this planet and our role and function in them and with them. Practice of a martial art, the practice of a body movement vocabulary, so that could be martial arts, yoga, dance. You just want to be able to move your body consistently during this time. You want to have a place where you can also be still. So we want to balance out movement and stillness so that they're able to get all of them what you need. We're going to have active periods and then periods of rest and sleep. Notice I differentiated rest from sleep. You need to begin to explore what is the difference between rest and sleep. And to begin that look, I'd really suggest you check out the Nap Ministry on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, the Nap Ministry. Awesome decolonial look at the ways in which our grind culture and the work is damaging to mind, body, and spirit, is inhibiting our ability to thrive, because we are free peoples. And there are ways that we can take care of ourselves, take care of our loved ones, friends, and family, and thrive. The goal is that we build community through doing that. And so what you hear from me already is I'm pointing you right towards a couple of sisters. And if you're in LA and you want to really see, well, how do I know, I'm not really in the kind of shape I want to be. I don't want to jump right into something. There's an excellent place called Thrive. It's right in the community, right on, I believe it's Dean and 54th Street. Saturday mornings, there's a sister named Lauren, teaches a magnificent restorative yoga class there Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock. Get that in. Okay, that'll help you. Okay. If you need something a little more active, you got my Tai Chi Qigong class online on our YouTube channel for the month of June for this cycle, as well as in person in Leimert Park, Saturdays at 10. Okay. Additionally, you have Salukas Ryu Jiu-Jitsu class, I believe is still going on in Leimert Park. You also have the Professor Zahalia Anderson teaching on the Bluff, Saturdays at 12:30 in Long Beach. Awesome, awesome class. Great way to get moving. Awesome teacher. And this is just on the physical side. Also, if you're in the LA area, you got King Tay in Leimert Park every Saturday at 11. And we also know this is the month of the masks and the celebration of African heritage and culture in Leimert Park. And so through the work with the LA Commons and many of our healing brothers and sisters, they have a program in Leimert Park every Saturday at 10:30 and programs that run Saturday afternoon as well with the young people. They're building the masks for the Mask Festival. So while you're on the fast, you can be also working and dealing with culture, dealing with community, expanding what you do all the time. All these things that I just shared are in our normal journal. We have a monthly newsletter. Check it out. We only send it out once a month, and we try and share with you the most current relevant information that will aid you in enhancing your knowledge and cultivating your knowledge of self, cultivating yourself. So we got that in. And those are a good number of our partnerships. Not going to list all of them. I will say that if you're in Leimert Park and you're on the fast, you run by Hot and Cool Cafe, because they have an amazing golden milk. All right. And until we actually get to the raw food part of the fast, they have some really good vegan pastries up in there too. Okay. Love Hot and Cool Cafe. All right. And Tuesday through Fridays, you got Baba's Vegan over on 67th and Western. Okay. So there's options for you everywhere you go. Okay. Options. That's the main piece you want to be able to deal with. This is not going to be a difficult fast. All right. This is done at this time. Our people really fasted during times of abundance. They say, how is there times of abundance if we fasted 4 times a year? And what I want you to understand is that while your supermarket shelves, as they attempt to have you think that this is austerity being imposed upon us, the farmers have abundant food resource. So we have an opportunity to get to food. It's just, are you going to go where the food is? Or are you going to go where you've been programmed to go, where you've been told to go? Get free, y'all. Go meet with the farmers. Talk to the farmers. You may find that the food there is $1 a pound cheaper. And you'll be able to cook your own food. And I know some of you may be a little nervous because I say cook, even though it's a raw fast. When we come into the fast and when we exit the fast, there's going to be some cooked food in there. So we have recipes for you in the meal plan for raw as well as cooked. Okay. And as you can see, if any of you have been following me, you'll see a lot of photos, particularly on Instagram. So again, I'm asking y'all to check out multiple social media spots. We don't put everything in the same spot. All right. So on our Instagram, we spend a lot more time dealing with the overt aspects of our health. So we show you how we put together some of these wonderful meals. All right. So you can see them, and we only use what's in season. So they're going to be varied throughout the year. And again, we specialize in heart healthy, longevity boosting foods with an emphasis on foods descended or maximized for African descended peoples in the diaspora. So you have an opportunity to move your body in ways of concert with your ancestry, the ability to reconnect and to de-stress your nervous system, your immune system, through the use of the Tai Chi Chuan, Qigong, and now with this nutrition. And for those of you that are saying, well, hey, I might need some help. Well, what we do have is we can connect you within our association. We have an association. We have some amazing midwives that we work with. that aid women as they're going through whatever part of their life course, whatever families going through challenges. You can, connect with our midwife partners, be able to look in and work with you from a traditional aspect, as well as understanding this modern Western side to dealing with your health, particularly women's health, in a way that is body affirming, that is gender affirming, that is supportive of you where you are, the way you present yourself. And that is going to relieve us of a whole lot of stress. Because what we want to be able to do is to build up the mind. And this fasting time has done that. So we shut off the machines, shut off all the commercials. So now they're not programming at us. We can program ourselves. We can get in touch. We can hear and see things differently. We're going to spend that time meditating. And you may have noticed, those of you that are taking our sessions, we spend a great deal of time sharing with you about 4 or 5 of our different meditation techniques to give you the tools so that as we come into this fasting time, you have the opportunity to put them to work. So now we're talking about meditation, we're talking about our nutrition, and you'll have an opportunity to see some of the things that we're doing. I plan to post daily a smoothie of the day, or usually I'll post my salad because I love salads. And some very basic things that we talk about. I also love, and depending on whether I do a smoothie or a warm tea, I'll share some of the variations along those lines as well. I do some very basic supplements. I'm not here to push supplements on folks, so I'm not going to talk about that. You're going to get in with your primary care physician, check on those things for yourself. Use and do the things that are excellent for your body. We just talk about raw food for a few weeks. Listen to your body, though, okay? Everything ain't for everybody. So take care, listen up. The most important thing you can do is listen to your body. What we were going to do is you're going to have spring water. And you're going to work on that spring water because the definitions for getting it together are in the guidance document that you're going to be able to download. Okay. Hopefully we're all together on this. You just go to Linktree, click it, hit that download, make it happen. You also have a direct link to the information from within the June 2022 KhASA newsletter. Okay. Now, we got the food in, and give you an example. So like watermelon with seeds is coming now into season. We still have the berries. We have stone fruit. And for those of stone fruit, we're talking about apricots, peaches, nectarines, plums, all the berries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries. This is a great time for fruit. One of my favorite times of year. And mangoes. Okay? So this is an awesome time of year. In addition to that, it's great for vegetables. We get a squash, right? You get the leafy greens, a wide variety of leafy greens, heirloom varieties, landrace varieties. Oh, so you have an opportunity now. Plus celery, cilantro. Oh, cilantro is awesome. So you're going to have an opportunity to really do some amazing things. Okay? And let's not forget the mushrooms. Oh. Now, I know some folks are kind of funky because they don't do raw mushrooms, and I respect that. Listen to your body, do what works for you. But while we're not raw yet, you will have an opportunity to have those mushrooms cooked. Or when I say cooked, what I mean is stir-fried, which is usually what I do. Even if I say I'm currying something, it's usually stir-fried. All right. You have an opportunity to get with those red onions, get with those torpedo onions, get with those leeks. And you have an opportunity to connect yourself with the essence of the vegetables. And that's part of the reason why we want to go raw. And I think this year, more than other years, I'm going to share my recipes. There's like 3 or 4 different kinds of homemade dressing you can make. Okay. And so I'm going to share my recipe for those so you have an opportunity to get that in. Experiment, try something new. I'm just going to share a little bit Because my hope and prayer is that when you go into that kitchen, this is one of the ways I was taught. I wasn't taught with strict recipes. I was given some basic measurements and said, but you want to have the opportunity to have little liberty for the ancestors to call forth through you to say, okay, you added that cumin, but let's put a little allspice in. And while you're there and you're looking and you're seeing, ooh, I need some smoked paprika. Oh, and I need fenugreek. And what else? Oh, okay, I do need some cumin. And I need some turmeric. And and for me, and I'm just going to talk about for me, I get my mortar and pestle out, and I get my black peppercorns, and I hand grind them. And, I don't know how many of y'all, just had that pepper just sitting up. There's nothing like fresh ground black pepper. And I only got there because I started doing the fast, and it changed my palate. It's different now. Sweet is different. Okay. And when we talk about raw foods, I just want to, as we get in here, because now we talked about no TV, no commercial TV, no commercial radio. We're going to that no sex. That means either by, with yourself or others. That's going to allow us time to focus. You'll have multiple journals. So you'll have a dream journal, you'll have your everyday journal, then you'll have your food log, where you'll be able to identify whether you're having cravings or what is the emotional space that you're in after you eat, before you eat. You want to keep your spring water intake at a high level. Right. Now, there's some other kinds of fasts that can be done. We're doing a raw food fast. That means you're going to have to increase your water intake. And if done correctly and appropriately, you will not experience gas, you will not experience headaches, and you won't experience hunger. Now, if there are some unique situations for you, please get at me. I know that in the past, folks have had some concerns. They've been on some of a Buddhist diet or traditional Chinese medicine diet and had concerns because going raw foods can actually cool the body down without looking at, but those folks didn't read the guidance document. Okay. So this is a work that I have been taught and worked with my elders since the mid-90s. And I'm confident that we are doing this in a way that will benefit you, and you will enjoy it and have a good time, and will hopefully reconnect with yourself in a much deeper way. All right, we got it? Okay, so now let's get a quick review. So we've talked about how we want to move our bodies. I'm not going to go over the Tai Chi, Qigong, and the Sama Association pieces for us too much because we do that already. We know what that is. I've gone over basically the food. I referred you to the documents where you can read up, go shopping. I even gave you a shopping list in there, what's in season, so you can get a look and get a good feel for it. And because it's in season, that means it's in abundance. And that's one of the reasons why we fast, is because there's an abundance. And if we can withhold certain aspects of things in a time of abundance, we create a space where the universe will fill that void. And then we can begin to thrive. And that's what thriving is really about. We can use the science that our ancestors gave us today. That's that Sankofa concept. Go back and get it. Right? So now, we talked about the nutrition aspect by using leafy greens, and we're talking about blending, not necessarily juicing, but I talk most about blending as opposed to juicing, because we want to maintain the fiber, because we're going to utilize that fiber as a way to get the maximal amount of nutrients, particularly the micronutrients, which are going to aid us in terms of brain health, in terms of mental health. And for those that have questions, I've posted on that in my Facebook in the last week, and I'm going to redo that for the practitioners here if there are questions about it. But you can address magnificent aspects of your mental health by addressing the micronutrients. learning what's happening with your body, working with your primary care physician, just with diet. Things like ADHD, things like trauma, depression can be dealt with also with appropriate diet and micronutrient supplementation. Doesn't always have to be the pharmaceuticals, okay? And this is, double-blind studies. For those that have questions, holla at me. I really want you to take this time to be able to breathe deeply, to meditate, to release both within and without the things that no longer serve you. So listen to that uplifting music, whatever it be, whatever is good for you, find it. Those appropriate frequencies that aid you, and we know what those healing frequencies are. Personally, I recommend anything by Dwight Tribble, my sister Jametta, and the Voices of Creation? I think that's what they're called. Awesome folks out of Leimert Park, of course. Of course, Sister Naila. And I think even my dear sister Sonia Marie is back in the studio putting out some lovely things for y'all. My brother Rasan Patterson's got amazing things that will aid you in uplifting and rising your spirit. I would even say, check out Summer of Soul soundtrack. And for those folks that'll take you back, because it'll take you higher, take you to a place where you can really hear and feel and resonate. And when you really want to get there, there's my friend Bridge Feltis and her Mother Lover Goddess Beast One of a Kind project. Got to check that out. All right. So now I got you covered musically. We talked about the micronutrients for the mental health, which is why we're blending as opposed to juicing. So we get the fiber, which is one of the other aspects of acquiring the micronutrients. I would also recommend that you get something that will aid you with the way in which your body functions. So that's why we talk about our core work, which works the core. We're going to be doing deep breathing, which builds that fire energy in the body through the bellows breathing. We're going to be doing our Tai Chi Chuan and Qigong. We're going to be walking or running. I prefer walking as I'm getting older. It's less stressful on the body and the joints. Bike riding, crew. There's all kinds of ways you can move the body. Swimming. Find a way that works for you. And then we work this with the food. We work this with the water. We work with our meditation. We get our viewing habits together. We can, if you're feeling like there's something you want to try that's different, then hey, reach out. Say, what did you put in? How did you do your smoothie? What happened? And so then you learn that. And I'll be sharing some recipes from some of my elders. And we'll have an opportunity to grow together. And that's how we build community. So I'm grateful for the time that we've been able to spend here today. If you're watching this live, thank you so much. If you're not watching this live, then what I'm going to ask of you is that you visit our YouTube channel, right down in here, click like, if you like it, if we provide something for you. If you appreciate what we're doing, you downloaded our materials, understand that that's coming off of our server and all that other stuff, and the time and energy it took to produce these documents. Be great for us, you to help us out. We're also helping different aspects of helping folks in the homeless community, folks in our community, to get off of the substances and things that are inhibiting their growth and development. We're also doing emotional emancipation type work in terms of we're utilizing the 4-part meeting. And those are some tools that are going to be coming up and being, again, offered to community through the summer. We're going to begin this month. We're going to be at Seafood Donald Hamby's and the Traditional Chinese Martial Arts Federation's Gathering of the Masters, June 25th. So you can see us there right near the end of the fast. And because of the timing right after the solstice, we'll have an opportunity to break fast with you. We look forward to you supporting us by hitting that like and subscribe. And now, I just want to say thank you. Dua. This is going to provide you with an opportunity to make a consistent commitment to a lifestyle change. Won't you join us? Hajibu, peace to you. Ang Uja Seneb, life, health, and strength. Haruna Fair, good day. And as we say, Amen Re Nesut Necher, Atan Re Neb and Ang. The hidden rules the revealed rules life. Hajibu.